are going to look at three-dimensional figures or shapes. In geometry, a three-dimensional shape can be defined as a solid figure or an object or shape that has three dimensions. These dimensions are the length, the width, and the height. Remember, in our last two lessons, we looked at plane shapes. Now we are into three-dimensional shapes. Unlike plane shapes or two-dimensional shapes, three-dimensional shapes have thickness or depth. Depth. Like the tank you are using in your home to store water, your drum all have depth. Even the bucket you use in bathing, they have depth. The attributes of a three-dimensional figure are, that is what you use to know a three-dimensional figure. Any three-dimensional figure or shape must have the following. It must have the face. It must have edge. It must have vertex. It must have vertex. Vertex. These are the attributes or properties or characteristics of a three-dimensional shape. As you can see, look at this diagram. In this cuboid, which is a three-dimensional shape, we have the face. Look at the face here. We have the vertex. What is the vertex? The place where two lines meet, or more than two lines meet, gives us the vertex. So here is the vertex, as you can see. Then here is the edge. The edge. So this is the face, the vertex, and the edge, as you can see from the diagram. Examples of three-dimensional shapes are sphere, cylinder, cubes, cone, and cuboid. They are all three-dimensional shapes. So now let's look at some basic properties of some three-dimensional shapes. The first one we are going to look at is the cube. The cube. The cube. You have seen cube, the cube of sugar, the sugar you use in drinking your tea, the solid sugar, not the sandy one. The solid ones, we have cube shape. So the cube. In a cube, the cube is a solid shape with 6 faces. Remember, we said that the attributes of any solid shape is face, edge, and vertex. So the cube has 6 faces. But before that, you're going to see that the cube is formed using a simple plane. That is the square. The square is what is used to form the cube. So in a cube, we have 6 squares. If you count it, the one you are seeing here, the one below, the one here, the one there, the one here, the one on top, and the one on like this. There are 6 squares here that makes this cube. So this cube has how many faces? It has number of faces, equal to 6. How many vertices? Vertices, that is the plural of vertex is vertices. We have, it has 8 vertices. That is when you count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you can see, it has 8 vertices if you count it. Then, how many edges? It has 12 edges. If you count it, it has 12 edges. Remember, this is the edge, so this is edge. If you take it again, if you take it, if you take it, if you take it, if you take it this way, if you take it this way, and so on, you find the number of edges there. It has edges. So, okay, that is for the square. I've told you example of a square is the sugar cube. Sugar cube is a typical example of a square. Another one we are going to look at is the cuboid. The cuboid. The cuboid the cuboid. This is a solid shape with how many faces? Number of face. Number of face is 6. Number of vertices is 8. Number of edges is 12. Just like the cube, they resemble, but you can see what is the difference between them is that the cuboid is formed with the help of rectangle. With the help of rectangle. So, it's rectangle that form the cuboid. So, they are all composite plane. Composite shapes, I mean to say. So, example of cuboid is a box of match. We have matches. We have matches is a typical example of cuboid. Okay. Another example of solid shape we are going to look at is the cone. The cone. The cone. This is a solid shape with flat face. Flat face. Where are you seeing the flat face? The circle. This circle you are seeing here, this circle gives it a flat face. Flat face. And how many flat faces are you seeing here? 1. 1 flat face. It has 1 flat face, and it also has curved face. Here is the curved face here. The curved face. Curve. It has a curved face. Curved face. And how many vertex? One vertex. This is the vertex. It has one vertex. Curve face equals to 1. Vertex equals to 1. And edge. One edge. It has one edge. So everything is 1, 1, 1. As you can see. So, if men looking at this cone now, a cone is formed with two plane shapes. What are they? The triangle and the what? The circle. The triangle and the circle is what form the cone. So, here, in our mathematics or in our measurement, solid measurement, the L here is what we call the slant height. The slant height. Why is this slant? Because it is beveled, is inclined, is slant. This is the normal height of the cone. The normal height of the cone. That is it. Then the circle has a radius. R is the radius. H is the height of the cone. That is the normal height of the cone is that. Then this R is the radius of the circle. The radius of the circle. Okay. We have defined the cone. This is the cone. Another one we are going to talk about is the cylinder. The cylinder. The cylinder. This one is sleeping cylinder. As you can see, is lying down. You can draw another one this way. You can draw another one. Let me take you back to the cone so that you see the example of the cone. The example of the cone, your ice cream. Remember, you can remember when we are doing our inter-house sports, those people that used to sell the ice cream there, the people that use their van, they will just give you the ice cream in the cup, pure. The ice cream will have a cone, a conic shape. Your ice cream, if this is your cup, if this is your cup in this form, your cup, that the cup they used to put the ice cream, then if they put it, after putting it, the ice cream will have a shape like this. That is the ice cream. This is a typical example of a cone. The ice cream used to take a shape of this, of that cone. Okay, let's now look at another example, another solid shape, which is the cylinder. So the cylinder can be this form or this form. The radius, the length. Okay. The cylinder is a solid shape with no edge. The cylinder has no edge. It has no edge. Number of edge is 0. It has no edge. And no vertex. No vertex. The number of vertex is also 0. What it has is face. How many faces does cylinder has? 3. As you can see, 2 circles, that is the face, and 1 rectangular face. 2 circular face and 1 rectangular face. So you can see in the cylinder here, even this one, 1, 2, 1. So they have no edge, no vertex, but number of faces is 3. So the cylinder is formed with how many plane shapes? 2. That is the circle and the rectangle, but we have 2 circles and 1 rectangle. So as you go on in mathematics, you will know more about how to deal with cylinders. The last but not the least of the shape we are going to discuss is the sphere. The sphere. The sphere. The sphere is another shape we are going to discuss today. As you can see, it's like a circle, but it's not a circle. There is a difference between a sphere and a circle. A sphere is a solid shape object or figure, but a circle is not. If we want to demonstrate that, we say that a sphere has depth. It has depth. It has depth, while the circle has no depth. Let me draw the circle for you. So this is the circle, while this is the sphere. You see? So here, the sphere, if you have you seen an orange? An orange is a sphere. The egg is not that sphere. We say is elliptical in shape, but an orange. A typical example of spheric shape object is the earth we are living in. The earth is spherical in shape. That is why we are not seeing the same time with every other part of the world. Like in Nigeria here, the time in Nigeria here will not be the same in South Africa, it will not be the same in Ghana, it will not be the same in USA. Because the sun, if the sun is here, someone here might not be seeing the sun. There will be darkness here. Only these people will be seeing the sun here. Your basic science teacher will tell you more about this. Okay. So the sphere is a typical solid shape object. It has a radius. So when time in our subsequent classes, maybe in our next class, we are going to discuss about the area and volume of a sphere, how we can calculate it, or another solid shape we have just calculated. So I believe in this juncture you understand what solid shape is, or three-dimensional bodies are. Okay. I would like you to do the assignment, this assignment for me. The assignment says, discover some solid shapes objects around your home or around you. That is the assignment. Discover some solid shapes objects, solid shape objects around you. So discover them list them down, as many as you can. See you in our next class. I believe this lesson is quite okay. Thanks.